Hello, my name is Demi. Welcome to Celestial Water. So we're going to hop right into it. This is going to be a spirit baby reading. And all morning I've been feeling like it's kind of like a tossing and turning in the spirit baby realm. And you know that saying, like your ancestors will be rolling in their grave. Like if you said something stupid or you made like a silly mistake, like that kind of energy that is coming through. But it's particularly when people are saying like, oh, we're in the end times. Like Jesus must be returning. When you're looking out and you're seeing all this chaos and all this strife. It's like the spirit baby is like, oh my God, they're still not getting it. It's like this energy is coming through, and then they kept saying, we are Jesus Christ, we are the second coming, we are the reckoning, and we're coming through in waves. It's not just one singular man or guru, we're coming through in waves. But they kept saying, we are Jesus Christ, we are the second coming, we are the reckoning. And they kept doing this. They're like, right, we're coming through, we all need to get busy, we need to come together. And they kept doing this. I can see this being done in the spirit baby realm. Like, we need to come together, particularly millennials, Gen Z, those who are old enough to be having children, and then these waves of children, these new generations that are coming through. We need to work together. We need to be those puzzle pieces who get it right, who put our puzzle pieces together and come into unity. This is what they are saying, and this is what they're coming through to teach unity, because that is God. So they want to start with some spirit baby poems. But they are saying, yes, you are in the reckoning. Yes, we're in the end times as the world as we know it, because we're moving into a new dawn. But obviously, when that happens, the old foundations that weren't working, they have to fall. And when they fall, they come crashing down, and they're going to come down. They're going to hit some people. They're going to almost hit some people. It's going to cause some strife and some chaos. And this is what is going on. And we are in World War III, and this is a war in the spirit. But obviously, things will manifest in the physical, but it is a war in the spirit. And this is what they're also saying. And we're at the peak. They're pointing to the top of the mountain. You're at the peak. You're at the peak of this warfare, which is why everything is kind of feeling like, what the hell is going on? That's the energy that's coming through here. So let's get a spirit baby poem. Can I get a few spirit baby poems? So the spirit babies, what do the collective most need to hear right now? I do feel like a lot of you would have been feeling when you're tapping into your spirit baby. Yes, they could have like a very more introverted or softer nature, but I do feel like you guys would be feeling this Spartan energy. You will be feeling this ancient old energy. You know they're coming through. They've got something to teach, and you know there isn't going to be room for you to be making mistakes like your parents made or like your grandparents made. You know, with these souls coming through, you got to get it right. And we have here, the crow and the raven, I will be a safe haven. A healing is in sight, I believe with all my little might, and give the non-believers a big fright. A creature of the night, a witch, a ghoul. Why are people so easily fooled? I'm a lover, not a fighter, but don't judge what you won't understand. Sometimes my soul feels foreign to this land, but it's all part of a divine plan to not fit in until I meet my true kin. It's given the energy that these souls coming through, obviously, yeah, they're going to be those generational curse breakers, even though you guys will be those generational curse breakers. You would have been doing the inner work, the shadow work. You would stopping certain patterns in their tracks, be like, nope, I'm not carrying this luggage. I need to unpack it and go through it so I don't pass this and dump this onto my children. But still, they're going to have some things that they need to be learning. They're going to have karma they still need to release, hence why they're incarnating. They're coming to this realm of earth, which is a school. There's going to be stuff they need to be getting on with, and there'll be a bit of baggage they will still need to unpack that you guys may have thought like you've already worked through, but there's going to be some layers that you wouldn't have been able to work through. These spirit babies will, because they hold a certain activation and consciousness. That's what they're showing me. So yes, they're still going to be having work to be done. So there will be like some peers they'll be around, maybe who will be a bit more karmic in nature that they won't necessarily fit in with, or maybe it's just family members that you guys have been dealing with where you always felt like you didn't belong and you were the black sheep, but they'll still be somewhat a part of their life. Obviously not abusive ones, but they'll still be somewhat a part of their life, and they're also going to pick up on this energy of, oh, this person isn't like me. They don't hold like the blueprint or the essence that I hold. They are going to notice it. They're going to notice it at a very, very young age. I do see a lot of these spirit babies actually like start traveling when they're very, very young. It's given like teenager. Like they're going to know their mission and they're going to want to start traveling, seeing the world and getting on with it. I'm hearing got things to do, got people to see. They're going to want to be getting in this energy at a very young age, and it's given teenagers. We have here, the power of three, triple T, identical in looks. One always has their head in books. One thinks they're faster than Sonic. One is very theatrical. At first you may see this conception as impractical, but you prayed for us. Time to upgrade our car to a small bus. We all have a lovely nature, so that's a plus. Stocking up on batteries will be a must. If there isn't 3 times the same toy, one of us is likely to kick up a fuss. The theatrical one, cough, cough. So obviously triple T, this is a multiple birth. Could be triplets coming coming through here. I have been channeling for a while a lot of like twins, triplets, multiple births coming through more now. Obviously with the use of like IVF and medical assistance, but naturally there's going to be more multiples coming through because these spirit babies are choosing to come through in like groups. Some of them are going to be born with their souls group, with their siblings, and they would have been siblings or they would have been close like that in past lives, in very, very recent past lives, because a lot of them are coming through. They've got stuff to get on with. They just keep being like places to go, people to see. They've got stuff to be getting on with, and they need to be coming together. So this unity and togetherness, a lot of them with that mission who are choosing to take that ascension pathway, pulling people together, being that catalyst in that way, a lot of them will be coming through, and twins and multiples, twins, triplets, even more so. They're going to be coming through in groups. What else, Spirit? I'm hearing to women who can handle the group. To women who can handle the group. Because obviously a multiple birth is hard enough with one. Not even just the initiation of the labour and the birth, but raising like a child. It's hard enough with one. So when you've got a few at the same time, that's going to be even harder. So they're saying to women essentially who can handle that, they will be coming through. And again, they're like deep down, they keep pointing here to like your core, deep down, you guys would have already known this, that it's going to be a possibility for you in this lifetime. Maybe you even seen it in like visions, you were shown it by God that you will be having a multiple birth. You already know deep down, this won't sound foreign to you. And I do feel like you will already have been getting prepared throughout your whole life. You'll notice in certain ways when this actually comes to be and it comes to fruition and you find out you're carrying multiples, you would have realized how you were being prepared all along. We have here the feather and the heart. Some weights we carry are heavy. It's all right, one step at a time. I tried to come through before, but I couldn't get through that door. All things in good time. Dry your eyes so you can see my signs. Bright white lights at the corner of your eye. We will meet again, just waiting for winter to end. So some of you guys, you could have had a miscarriage, a loss in the past. And then it's going to be that soul who's going to be choosing to come together with this sibling. It's like they were testing. They were testing the I'm just being shown a room and a space, and it's like people are looking around a home, but it's like this spirit baby is looking at a room. It's like and they're kind of measuring it up, and they're looking at like and they're looking at the light. So at first it was kind of dark and it was dim, and then they come around and looking at it again, and it's like it's got brighter now. So maybe they've been watching you and the work you were doing, and some of you guys could have even conceived, because that was a spirit baby testing out like something about the DNA in the vessel, and whether your vessel yourself was ready to house like multiples and these children coming through. And then you guys could have experienced a loss in that way because they weren't actually supposed to be coming through then. That's coming through for somebody. Again, I don't feel like this will sound crazy or foreign to you. I feel like you could have even been having dreams of rooms and been shown this as if they were coming around you to see if your womb was ready. That's what it is, because they're showing me the room, but it's like a metaphor for your womb. Is it ready? Is it going to be able to house and hold all of us? This is the energy that's coming through here. And then we have the milkman's the milkman's. No, he's not my dad. That same would drive you both mad. My looks go generations back. I could be albino or just very fair. Maybe I'm a brunette in a family of blondes, but my voice will definitely sing the same song. I could be much darker than the rest, but in choosing this vessel my soul knows best. Maybe I grow to look much younger or older. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So this soul is going to stand out in the family, but also in the community. They're saying they're pointing to family, they're pointing to a community. They're going to stand out. They're going to look different. So however like you and your partner look, they're going to look completely different, and it's to both of you. They could look more like one of you, but I'm getting it's a difference to both of you. Maybe they've got a completely different eye colour. Now, let's say you got brown eyes, your partner's got blue eyes, they'll turn out to have green eyes or something like that. They're going to have, and you both be there like, what? Like, where's this come from? But obviously DNA, when it comes to ancestors, you can have like surprise, I'm hearing surprise, of DNA that pops up down here, but this is from this ancestor all the way over here. You don't even know their name, what they look like. Like, it's that kind of energy that is coming through. And this is the thing, they're tapping into ancestors down here who were gatekeepers, ancestors who started this cycle, ancestors who started this generational curse breaking. They the ones who started it, they're pointing here, the root, the origin. They're going to look like them. That's energy coming through. Very, very powerful in their vessel and how they look, which is why they were coming around you guys and they had to check that you were ready. So do be mindful of what you're eating, what you're drinking, what you're consuming when it comes to your mind, when it comes to music, everything, what you're watching, because all of this plays a part in your DNA makeup and in your blueprint, in your spiritual blueprint. And they're coming around you, they're checking it. Particularly you women, that they're checking your womb to see if there's space, to see if it's ready. Because a lot of these multiples, they're ready to be coming through now. This one here. What else do the collective need to hear right now? You guys could be seeing threes everywhere, like repeating threes, 3, 3, 3. Or if you're destined to have twins, you could be seeing like 2, 2, 2. That kind of thing, 22, 22. We have here, Archangel Haniel wants to help you connect with your intuition. Call on her so she can help show you a joyful path towards your goals. So your spirit babies, they're strongly around you guys at present. Again, I do feel like you guys have been feeling it. And you've been feeling, it's like a wave of abundance. And again, it's like this feisty energy, this war energy, this Erez energy. Because again, these spirit babies, they hold the energy of Spartan. Of we are the reckoning, and they're very confident in it. They're like, we are Jesus Christ, we are the second coming, we are the reckoning. They're very confident with it, and they keep being like, we got things to do, come on, we all need to come together now. They keep showing me 2 puzzle pieces. So this is like the different generations. So you guys, the parents, and in their generation, they're like, we need to put our puzzle pieces together, then we can see the bigger picture, then we know what to do, then we know what steps to take. None of this independent living, all this separation is not working. We have here, Archangel Saldafon says your root chakra is blocked. Tell him your worries so he can take them to God and get your prayers answered. So there is a need here for you guys to be grounded. Again, this is connected to that physical vessel. They're wanting you to pay close attention. What you were eating, what you were drinking, what you're watching, what you're listening to. And they're pointing here to the ears, to the vibration. So some of you guys could be listening to music that is lowering your vibration, or maybe it's bringing down your mood. You know, sometimes you can listen to music and it makes you cry. Or you can listen to music, it kind of gets you riled up and angry like that. They say pay attention to your emotions with the music you are listening to. And I do want you to keep your prayers up. Keep your connection to your higher self and to the Most High God. Because again, you're going to need that. Because that's going to assist you in your vessel and in your spiritual blueprint and being ready to house these souls. Because they're very, very ascended. And they want to stay ascended. They want to stay in a high vibration, which means you need to be staying in that high vibration. It means your DNA needs to be activated to the best possible DNA can be activated too. So be surprised the amount of latent DNA that lies within us that we haven't activated. And that's where the power is. That's where the answer is, I'm hearing. Mama, please stop feeling so guilty. I come back, I promise. Yet some of you have experienced a miscarriage and this was the reason. And you see how the halo is over 1 foot. The halo there is over 1 foot. So there was supposed to be 2 coming through, but you'd only conceived in 1. There was supposed to be a multiples, but that would only have been 1. And they need to be coming through with their sibling. That's a message for somebody. What else, Spirit? You guys could be seeing angel wings everywhere. Maybe you're finding feathers, but you could be seeing little like photos of baby footprints or baby hands. You could be seeing these photos everywhere. So I'm seeing someone walk past a shop and you're just seeing it and you're noticing it because you keep seeing it everywhere. Because they're letting you know you will be doing this soon. And now I'm being shown a 1 of a birthday balloon, a 1 birthday balloon. Maybe you guys just went to a first birthday party. And this is also that confirmation you will be having a first birthday party for your child. What else, Spirit? Can I get 1 more card? Thank you. We have here, Mama, Daddy, Archangel Michael says, my contract is ready. I'll be with you before you know it. They are coming through. And they're coming through fast. They're going to be coming through soon for a lot of you guys. Obviously, you guys will be on different timelines. And some of you will be older. Some of you will be younger. You may not want to be having children so soon. And for those of you who are younger and you're not ready to have children yet, because I'm staring at the ready. Once you're ready, you've made up your mind. Boom, they're coming through. I'm seeing a 4. So this could be like 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years that is coming through. But the years is going to be for those of you, again, because I'm still at the ready. Those of you who feel like you aren't ready and you're too young and you still want to experience some things. No, this deck. What else do the collective need to hear? From the Spirit Baby realm, we have faith over fear. You can cope. You see? Those of you who will be having multiples, because it's Jesus Christ and then there's all these spirit babies. They're like, see, we're coming through in waves. So those of you that can handle it, can you handle it? They're asking you, can you handle it? Can you handle multiples? They're coming through. They're coming through in litters. They're coming through in groups. But again, they hold this second coming. They hold this Christ energy. They are the reckoning, which is why there has been this war on fertility. I'm sure you've noticed that it's very widespread now. And yes, we have the internet, so you're more aware of other people around the world who've got fertility issues. But I think we can say it has been on the increase in the recent years. What else, Spirit? We have here, they're not going to be be able to block certain souls in coming through. It's not going to happen. If God wants a child to be born, he's going to cause a miraculous healing for a child to be born. Do you know what I mean? We have here abundance, enjoy life fully. Exactly that. This is who they are, abundant harvest. And they're bringing through all of this colour, all of this life, all of this warmth. It's like, you know, when you meet someone for the first time and you're like, nah, sure, I've met you before. Sure, I've seen you before. This is the energy that these spirit babies hold because they're ancient. Grapes are significant. Some of you guys may enjoy grape juice or wine. That's coming through for someone. Maybe when you're pregnant, for those of you that are women, you'll be like really craving fruit, but juicy fruit. So particularly like grapes, and then the watermelon on the card as well. You can hear a spirit baby being like, not the cheese, not the cheese. You see there's cheese on the board. That's too smelly. So some of you guys would be like really off put by foods that smell. It's like the smell is like intensified, it's magnetized when you're pregnant. We have Holy Grail, sacred union. Look at this. They want us to come together, pull together your puzzle pieces for the different generations and get it right. Because there's been so many parents, unfortunately, who've been failing their children and they're not taking accountability, which is why you're seeing so many people in this day and age who are in therapy, who have so many childhood wounds, who have so many complexes that are coming from childhood. Because childhood is the root. Childhood is what sets you up for who you're going to be. And saying you need to get it right with these. If you're going to be housing this kind of soul, this ascended soul coming through, you need to get it right. There isn't as much room for making mistakes and for failing your child. Obviously in some things you're going to get it wrong because they're still coming through to teach. They're coming through to teach us things. Some things you will still get it wrong, but there's a difference between getting a few things wrong and failing. Do you know what I mean? So bringing the two puzzle pieces together and working together. But there are so many unions going on Earth right now, on Mother Earth right now. God-ordained unions, twin flames, divine counterparts, kingdom spouses. And those of childbearing age, they will be having children. They'll be conceiving children. But also there's going to be adoption and fostering of children who are already here and who are orphaned. What else, Spirit? Unity. Can't make this shit up. Coexistence and tolerance. This is what they're coming through to cause. Unity and togetherness, which is why there has been such a psychic attack, such a physical attack and a psychic attack. It's coming at all levels, right? Up and down, or fertility, a war on fertility. There has been a war on the womb and a war on women, which is why you're also seeing those debates and those arguments about what is a woman, da 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 da. We know what a woman is. We don't need, it's not even a debate. Anyway. Unity. This is what they're coming through to teach, but they're wanting different generations to be coming together now, to be working together now, which means everybody needs to be holding accountability for the part that they played. We are all playing our role. We are all playing our part. Again, there's something very colourful and bright about these souls who are coming through. They're going to brighten up the world, and it needs it because the world's gone very dull and grey. Obviously, because we're at the peak of the warfare, so we need this colour. We need this laughter. We need this lightness coming back. This is what they're doing. They're coming to switch the light on. It's like the light was off. And even when they were showing me the room, when they were looking at the room, which was like a metaphor for the womb, it was looking kind of a bit dull, like kind of like shadowy. And then they're like, And they went back around, like they were doing a tour. They came back and it was a bit brighter. And that's obviously for the work you've been doing. The more work you do on yourself, the more you connect to yourself and connect to your womb, the more your womb is going to brighten up. This is what they're waiting for, a lot of them, to be able to come through and be conceived. One more card, please, Spirit, from this deck. One more card. They keep showing me like this big eye. So a lot of them have these big eyes. If they're not big, there's just something very, very intense about their eyes. Very, very powerful eyes. And again, I feel like their eyes could be different from you and your partner for a lot of you guys. Joseph of Arimathea, trailblaze and innovate. This is what they're coming to do, to be a trailblazer and innovator. A lot of them, they're going to be inventing new things when it comes to energy. I'm staring up over here as if there was a sun. Is there a sun? Not really, but I was seeing a sun, like a big sun in the sky. So they're going to be teaching us more about solar power and how we can use the sun for our energy source, but also how we can use our energy source, our electromagnetic field, and shift our external reality. They're going to be teaching us a lot about quantum physics and also this physicality in terms of using the herbs that God has planted on Mother Earth for our healing. What else do the collective need to hear? We have preserve, security, forethought, thrift. And then that's flew out with basil, prosperity, luck, love. And then it also flew out with altar, gratitude, releasing burdens. So I'm taking the altar. Look at this. This is all the spiritual work you guys do. This is your spiritual path. This is the inner work. This is you guys looking in the mirror and being like, okay, something needs to change. And that can be anything. That can be to do with your physicality, to do with your mental, your emotions, your nervous system, whatever it is, your spirituality. You're looking in the mirror. You're like, right, okay, something's got to give. Something's got to change. And you started doing the work. For a lot of you, you started doing this work at a young age. Because with these souls, I'm getting teenager when they'll come into their divine mission. You guys could have been the same way inclined. Or maybe that's when you really realize, okay, I'm different, or I don't belong here. Some of you guys could have moved or even been like runaways as a teen, but you could have moved as a teenager away from your family. That's for some of you. Or you could have gone through that death and rebirth and had that first significant ego death as a teenager where you consciously were aware of what was going on. Some of you guys could also be like readers. Maybe you've got your own cards yourself as well, and this is helping you to connect with your spirit baby. They are wanting you to cleanse your space, cleanse yourself and cleanse your energetic space. Remember that your home, your room, particularly your bedroom, that's all an extension of you. But this here again, basil, and it's got, I love how it's got the ladybugs on it, and it's got the two. Ladybugs connect to Mother Mary, but you see it's got the two. So again, it's like twins and multiples that is coming through here. Preserve. I do feel like a lot of you guys are working on your root chakra and working on your money, security and safety when it comes to your money. You want to be able to have enough to always like have a roof over your children's head, put clothes on their back, be able to feed them. Maybe some of you guys were raised in poverty and things were very uncertain when you were growing up. Could also be a reason why you left home at a young age for some of you guys. Because I'm staring down here, it's obviously like some sort of jam, but I'm just seeing it as gold. Like gold nuggets. I was seeing it as gold nuggets. This is what you've been working on as well. You guys could be seeing squirrels everywhere. Autumn could be very, very significant. Maybe some of you guys are feel like a grandparent. I'm being shown a scene of you like with a grandparent and they're like teaching you how they make their jam. So you could have had a grandparent who's very, very significant, who always saw you and you felt this loving energy from. More you felt this loving and nurturing energy from them, even if sometimes you butt heads. But they did see you. They saw your soul. They saw who you were. They could have taught you how to bake and how to preserve things. That's coming through for someone. Some of you guys love like ginger, like a lot of ginger in your food. Maybe it's like a tonic and you put a lot of ginger in it. What else, Spirit? We have here 8 of Cups. Yeah, you've been climbing the ladder. Climbing the ladder to your illumination, climbing the ladder to your enlightenment, and you have done it. And this is what this spirit baby will also be doing. So they first needed you to lead the way. They needed you to become that light, that guiding light. Because obviously when they're a child, you're going to be guiding them and raising them and leading by example. The number 8 is significant as well. Obviously 8s are connected to wealth. They're connected to karma. And also, if you flip it on its side, it looks like the infinity symbol. So you have to really integrate and wake up to that fact that you are an infinite being. You are a soul having a human experience. So you know how to best guide these souls. Some of you guys could have up to 8 children in this lifetime. That's for someone. What else, Spirit? What else do the collective most need to hear right now? And I'm just staring at the stars. There's stars on that card. I'm staring at the stars. You guys could be seeing stars everywhere. You know, they're not part of the picture, but they're up here around the frame. I'm staring at these stars and there is 4 of them. So I do feel like that's pertaining to multiples coming through. What else to the collective? This one. This one here is the 5 of Coins. This is what they're wanting to pull humanity out of. Feeling left out in the cold. Feeling like the generational black sheep, that you don't belong and you don't want to be on earth anymore. They also coming through with a collective mission. These waves of children. A collective mission in preventing suicide. And being more understanding of when people are feeling suicide and how to move people past that energy of wanting to take their physical life. And instead of understanding at a spiritual level, they are going through a death. And they do on some level need to die, but not physically die. They need to be, that they're showing me a phoenix, like rise up from the ashes like the phoenix. Because a lot of people, obviously for a lot of people when it comes to suicide, it's going to be different for every case. But for some people when it comes to suicide, it was their time and that was the way they were supposed to be leaving. But again, that's going to be to teach the people around them and to teach humanity. But for other people, they could have had a rebirth and gone on. We have different exit points where we can leave this realm, they're showing me. So they're wanting to come through and prevent suicide. There needs to be a change. They're coming to be the change. They will be the change. So like with our generations here, we've been pulling down these old foundations that aren't working. We've been that catalyst and that mirror for like, let's say like parents and grandparents who didn't heal and just passed the crap on to the children. Because what you don't heal, what you don't unpack, you pass it on. It doesn't just disappear. It gets passed on to the children. And it's like we were that catalyst. We were that mirror. And now these spirit babies coming through. They're coming through to be like, right. You guys pulled the foundations down. You've been clearing the debris. We're coming to rebuild. We have the moon. And that flew out with the chariot. Very, very powerful. Look at this moon here. So this is the thing. When you climb up this ladder to your enlightenment, to your illumination, this is what you're stepping into. He's given me indigenous and shamanic energy. This teenager on the moon, and it's a teenager. There's something about teenager that's going to be very, very significant. This is when they're going to really activate their DNA. You see this, these red things, blobs. It looks like red blob cells. Red blood cells. This is when they're really, truly going to activate to their godly level. They're going to get on with that mission of theirs. Some of them will be coming through, and they're going to be connected to the marine kingdom, I'm hearing. To the marine kingdom. They're going to understand the waters and what's at the bottom of our waters and our sea. They're going to assist in clearing up the waters. Some of them will be working with pets, with animals, I'm hearing. Because I'm hearing veterinarians. So some of them are going to have a mission and working with animals. And some of them could be readers, but they'll connect with spirit animals. And the chariot. So they're coming to get things moving, to usher in this new dawn, to usher in this white flag and usher in this peace, because we've been at the peak of this warfare. They're coming to usher in the golden carriage. And then we have 9 of coins, and that flew out with the 10 of wands. So they're going to teach us to be able to harvest and to tap into our destiny, to our birthright. Because we often talk about birthright and manifesting and bringing things to fruition. But we as a collective, we're still struggling to manifest. And they're coming through. And there's going to be a lot of them at a young age who are going to be coming into money. And some of them are pointing to crypto. So maybe they're going to be into crypto. And you know, a lot of these crypto kids, they come into money at a young age. All of them are going to have a different path. They're going to be getting into different industries. But there's going to be more millionaires, more abundance and more money coming into these spirit babies at a younger age. So they're not going to have to work. And then get to their retirement age and then be able to then go live and enjoy their money. They're going to be able to enjoy their money at a younger age. Again, I feel like animals, pets are significant. You guys could have a Dalmatian. Maybe your partner does. Or maybe you get one when the spirit baby comes through. I'm seeing the ones that are in the mouth here as those chewy strawberry straws. No, the sweets, the chewy sweets. Those ones, I'm seeing those ones. The chewy, well, they're called the shoelaces. That's what it is. I'm seeing the strawberry shoelaces. Some of you guys could love eating those. Maybe you'll be craving them when you are pregnant, for those of you that are women. But again, the 10 of wands is like carrying everything on your own. This is what they're coming through to release this burden of carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. We're supposed to be working together. We need to be coming together. Let's get some signs for you guys to be looking out for. We have books, and that came out with giraffe. Maybe you guys will be drawn to a giraffe book. And you'll just feel like, oh, I need to buy it. I need to buy it. Even like before you've conceived the spirit baby, but like, I need to buy it. And you'll be feeling your spirit baby around you. But I do feel like when you guys are out and about and you're going shopping, particularly if you're going to a shop that has like a child section, you could be going in there for a completely different item and reason. Then you find yourself down the children's aisle and you're like, what am I doing here? It's like your spirit baby was pushing you down there. And we have here visions. Some of you guys could be writing a book. Or maybe you just journal a lot, or something about writing that is significant. Maybe it's when you're reading as well, reading books. Maybe you have daydreams. It's not daydreams, it's visions. There's something significant about books that kind of pull you into their world. And this could be that the life purpose of these certain spirit babies. They're going to be writing books that are literally going to pull you into that world. They're going to become a classic because they're pointing to Harry Potter. What else, Spirit? But I do feel like you guys will be having visitations from your spirit babies. You'll be seeing them. You're going to be having clear visions. I'm hearing clear visions. So maybe in the past you were getting like signs, you were getting visions, and you didn't quite understand it. I'm hearing decodes. Maybe you didn't know how to decode it. Going forward, now you're going to be having visions. You're going to understand straight away. Some of you could even like physically see your spirit baby as if they are standing right in front of you. I'm hearing they are. And some of you, they're showing you what they're going to look like. Sweets. Yeah, sweets is significant. I was seeing those strawberry shoelaces. You guys could have a sweet tooth. And maybe these spirit babies will love that Harry Potter. That's what I was being shown as well. Harry Potter. And obviously Harry Potter is all about, it's about witches, it's about warlocks, it's about the supernatural, it's about the occult. But it's also about self-mastery and standing on the right side of the war, of the battle, the right side of history, I'm hearing. This is what these spirit babies will be doing. Standing on the right side of history. On the right side of the split. Because humanity is splitting right now. Because where there's ascension, there's also going to be descension. What else, Spirit? We have kite. Flying to higher heights, I'm hearing. Flying to higher heights. This is what these spirit babies will be doing when they come through. They're going to be very inspiring. They're going to inspire you. Like, you're going to be so proud of who your children become. Glitter. You guys could be seeing orbs, like flickers of orbs at the corner of your eye. I'm hearing right in the forefront for some of you. So you can literally have orbs that like fly past your face. And we have whale. I'm staring at the two swirls on the card. So obviously, again, like twins, multiples coming through. And whales are connected to the womb. I've got whale and dolphin music playing in the background now. So I do feel like that when you guys conceive and then the fetus is grown in the womb, listening to whale and dolphin music, they love that. What else, Spirit? Can I get a few more signs for the collective? We have baby toys and balloons. And I was seeing that one, the balloon earlier with the one, so that's significant. Maybe you guys will see this. You'll see a balloon that has like an age on it. It could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3. It's given like a toddler age. Maybe you guys have already got children, you've already got toddlers, or you could be going to like a party of a toddler that's coming through, like maybe in your family or like a friend of yours. Baby toys, again, I feel like when you're out and about and you're in shops, you're just going to be drawn to go into the child section. And it's like you kind of like, how did I get here? Why am I here? That's your spirit baby. It's like they're pushing you down that aisle. There's going to be something you're going to be drawn to because they want it. And I do advise to buy something for your spirit baby. Obviously, you don't want to go overboard and buy loads of stuff. This child is not conceived yet. But buying something that you feel very drawn to, that you connect with your spirit baby, that assists in the connection. It grounds, it anchors the connection. What else, Spirit? Particularly like shoes. Because obviously shoes represent the feet, your life path. So shoes. Can we get some timings? They were asking for some timings. So can I get some timings for conception dates? We have here unlikely, Monday, and wait. This is that room. The room that was dark. I was seeing it like this, and then the light was trying to come in. So some of you guys, please do like visualizations and meditations on clearing out your womb. So if you have any like sexual trauma there, even if you felt like you were alone and you didn't belong, you will store that trauma within your womb. So do work on that and sit with it. Allow it to come to the surface and sweep it out. Call in Mother Mary to assist you with this visualization and connecting with your womb and healing your womb. But you want to be, I'm hearing you want to be visiting your womb and going into this room and going into this space and let the light in, let the sun in. And you want to cast out these thoughts. Maybe you're telling yourself now like, oh, I've missed my chance, I've missed my window, I'm too old. Or if you're using IVF, like doubting whether it's going to happen, you need to be rebuking these thoughts. I'm hearing rebuke these thoughts, pull them out of your head. You don't need them. Ask your spirit baby to assist you. They're part of your spiritual court, remember. Monday is significant. And then we have pedestrians wait. So some of you guys, I feel like this is for those of you who are younger, who are feeling like maybe you aren't ready, who are getting the wait. That's Monday again, significant. What else, Spirit? Some of you guys could conceive or find out you're pregnant on a Monday, or maybe you give birth on a Monday. Coming soon. So for some of you, these spirit babies will be coming soon. We have a 2 days. So obviously, again, that's representing coming soon. 2 is obviously representing multiples, twins. What else, Spirit? And I get a few more timings for the collective. We have when you least expect it. Obviously, that's always the way when it comes to divine time. And then we have the answer lies in the past. I feel like this is connecting to those of you that experience a miscarriage. And I feel like you would have felt like it wasn't time for the soul to be coming through then, but they will be coming back and you've been feeling them around you. And I do feel like for a lot of you, they're going to be coming back as twins, as a multiple birth. Let's get one more. Thank you. 9 months. God, dropped it. 9 months. Some of you could be clumsy or klutzy right now. Maybe this starts happening like right before you can see if it could be a symptom. And this is for those of you who aren't normally that way inclined, but you're just dropping everything. You're like, what's wrong with me? What's going on with me? But obviously 9 months, that's the time that a baby grows within the womb. So that is coming through for somebody. I want to get a poem. So can I get a poem for the collective, please, Spirit? Hang on, I'm getting a phone call. Can I get a poem? Thank you. So this poem here says, Uncle Dan, he's the man, always got a plan. Sometimes he looks after me. We have a special bond, you see. He always steps up so I don't miss out. Use your words, little mister. Don't just pout. I sulk when I don't get my way, but Uncle won't play that game. Peter Pan and Fantasy Lands. We do a lot of role playing, a field, trees and imagination. That's all you need to pretend to be all that you are. Believe you are a star and in this life you'll go far. So it could be a very significant uncle or auntie that's going to be that will be part of your child's life that is coming through for someone. And maybe they're called Dan or Daniel or Danny. That's coming through also for someone. There could be like a significant male within your life that is called Dan, Daniel, Danny. Those kinds of names coming through there. And Peter Pan is significant, and the books were coming through. So maybe Peter Pan is like one of those classic books that you used to read as a child. Some of you guys could have saved that. Or that's like the kind of book you would be buying for your children. And now I'm also being shown like The Hungry Caterpillar. I'm seeing Roald Dahl. So it's like you're going through these classics. Like kind of like English classics is what is coming through there. But this child, they're going to have huge visualization, huge imagination. They have huge power when it comes to their higher mind. And they're saying the quantum physics. They really understand the quantum world and the quantum physics. Maybe you have like an uncle or an auntie that is around you guys, which will be an uncle and auntie of the spirit baby, who's very into conspiracy theories, who goes down all these rabbit holes. They could be the same way inclined. Maybe they have a very, very powerful imagination. They could be very, very creative, have a very powerful like core willpower, solar plexus. That's what's coming through there with this card here. But they're going to be saying things like this to your spirit baby. Believe you are a star and in this life you'll go far. Like very, very supportive. They're going to adore your child. But that's all the messages coming through. I hope that they resonate with somebody out there. If you wanted a personal reading, my website is in the description below.